Hello, BSc final year students. I welcome for the third episode of Ennorates. That is, this part of a section consisting of Meronic ester, that is diethyl meronate, as one of the compound which is active in the green because it contains CH2, C double bond OOC2H5, C double bond OOC2H5. That means these two hydrogens are active like that of ethyl acetoacetate, right? And it is also having the two carbonyl group flanked on the both sides. So that is why these hydrogens are acidic in nature. But today I want to go for directly the synthesis of diethyl meronate or meronic ester. So there are three different synthetic methods. Synthesis of diethyl meronate, okay, or it is also called as meronic ester. And the step one, that the first method is consisting of acetic acid. This on chlorination at about 100 degrees centigrade, there is a formation of Cl, CH2, COOH, that is monochloroacetic acid. So this is your acetic acid. Acetic acid on treating with chlorine at about 100 degrees centigrade, there is a formation of chloroacetic acid. And it is now allowed to react with aqueous potassium carbonate, basic solution of potassium carbonate, whereby this will be get converted into Cl, CH2, COO. That is, the H of this COH group is replaced by K, and you will get the potassium salt of monochloroacetic acid. Right? So I repeat, when acetic acid is treated with chlorine, there is a formation of monochloroacetic acid. Monochloroacetic acid on treating with aqueous carbonate solution of potassium will give potassium salt of monochloroacetic acid. Then now this is allowed to react with treating with KCl, potassium cyanide. So when you treat with potassium cyanide, so the reaction is Cl of this and K of this will be eliminated and minus KCl, whereby you will get CH2, COK and a cyano group. Okay, a cyano group is introduced, and we know cyano group on consequent hydrolysis. So hydrolysis of cyano group will remove this C triple bond N. This is the nature of bonding existing. This C triple bond N will be broken, cyano group, and H is added to this, H is added to this, H is added to this, OH to this, OH to this carbon, and OH to this carbon. And we know one property, carbon having more than one OH group is unstable. Therefore, this OH and this H present on this carbon will become RCOOH and water will be eliminated. So this is a peculiar reaction that already you have learned in your PUC. So same thing happen here, and you will get CH2, COK and COOH, right? So this is CH2, COOK and COOH. This on subsequent hydrolysis that will produce CH2, COOH, and COOH. So here you will get a dicarboxylic acid. The formation of dicarboxylic acid takes place. So this dicarboxylic acid is subjected finally for esterification. So what is this esterification? Esterification is reaction with ethyl alcohol in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. A few drops of concentrated sulfuric acid and alcohol when you treat with. So acid of this and alcohol of this will be converting that COH group into ester. That means here this is a rupture and this is a rupture. So here C2H5O to this side, H to this, C2H5O to this, H to this. That means there is a formation of water, there is a formation of water. So two molecules of water will be eliminated and thereby CH2, C double bond O, C double bond O, OC2H5, and here C double bond O, OC2H5. So this is how this is simplest method of conversion of acetic acid into your diethyl malonate. So friends, you see acetic acid on chlorination gives monochloro product. Monochloro product on treating with aqueous potassium carbonate gives, that is a potassium chloro substituted acetic acid, and this on subsequent treating with aqueous KCl gives potassium cyanide, and this potassium cyano group present on this will be get converted into COH, CH2, COK, and finally hydrolysis of this will leads to give dicarboxylic acid, and that dicarboxylic acid on esterification will produce your required amount of your malonic ester, that is diethyl malonate. So this is the one method by means of which one can go for the synthesis of malonic ester. The other method is there that consisting of dichloromethane. So second method. So this second method involves CH2, Cl. This is dichloromethane. So when this dichloromethane is subjected for treating with sodium cyanide, an aqueous solution of sodium cyanide. So that makes the 2Na of this and Cl of this will be eliminated as sodium chloride. And the thing is CH2, C triple bond N and C triple bond N. That is dicyanometane. So dicyanometane is formed. Now this, as already we have seen, the cyano groups can be undergo hydrolysis. So when we subject for hydrolysis, so what happened? This bond ruptures, and HNH3, HNH3, OH to this, 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 OH to this. So this hydrolysis followed by decarboxylation. It is a process. Okay. Hydrolysis followed by removal of water. So that will produce CH2, C double bond O, OH, C double bond O, OH, plus NH3 plus H2O plus H2O. So dicarboxylic acid is obtained. So this on subsequent esterification. Esterification means reaction with ethyl alcohol in the presence of concentrated H2SO4 few drops. So when alcohol and acid are allowed to undergo esterification, so this particular bond ruptures and this side HCZ8, this side, and this side OC2H5, and here OC2H5 to this. So that leads to form CH2, C double bond O, OC2H5, C double bond O, OC2H5. So this is your diethyl malonate or malonic ester is isolated. That means starting with dichloromethane and treating with the sodium cyanide aqueous condition gives dicyano compound. Dicyano compound on hydrolysis eliminates molecule of water and next eliminates ammonia, water and formation of dicarboxylic acid. Dicarboxylic acid on esterification will produce diethyl malonate. So this is a second method of conversion of dichloromethane into the corresponding compound of diethyl malonate. And the third method, so in which we have to use CH2, Cl and COONA, that is monochloro sodium acetate. Okay. Now here this compound is allowed to react with sodium cyanide. Okay, aqueous condition, sodium cyanide. Any of this, Cl of this will be eliminated as NaCl and you will get CH2, Cl and here COONA. In the next step, if you subject this for hydrolysis, so we know this, and this leads to form CH2, COOH, COOH. This is your dicarboxylic acid. So this on subsequent esterification. Esterification means treating with concentrated sulfuric acid and alcohol, ethanol. So that will produce CH2, COO, C2H5, then COO, C2H5. So these both are one and the same, but the method of synthesis is quite different. So these are the fewest methods used for the synthesis or preparation of your diethyl malonate. And like that of ethyl acetate, this also contains active hydrogen atom flanked by two carbonyl groups, and these hydrogen can be replaced very easily by inorganic reagent molecule, and finally by using this compound one can synthesize a variety or large number of organic compounds. So let me move on the synthetic applications of malonic ester, right? So there are few synthetic applications similar to that last episode we have discussed with reference to EAA. So now synthetic applications of malonic ester. Okay, so whatever the malonic ester structure we have so far, that is CH2, COO, O, C2H5, This is carbonyl group and this is the ethoxy group. C double bond O, OC2H1. So these are the molecule structure of your Meronich ester, and this Meronich ester is used for the synthesis of organic compound like synthesis of ketone. Synthesis of ketones. So it is a similar type of reaction which already we have discussed with EAA. So synthesis of ketone using Meronich ester or diethyl meronate. Okay. So what is the main aim? The main aim is, our aim is, you have to prepare RCOR. That is a carbonyl group packed with two alkyl functional groups. That is what we say your ketones. So ketones are the compound having the general formula RCOOR. So how this is possible using Meronich ester? So you can see the structure of Meronich ester in a different fashion. Here C2H5O, C double bond O, CH2, C double bond O, OC2H5. This is your Meronich ester. So when this Meronich ester is subjected for reaction with sodium ethoxide, we know the H of this and ONe of this will be eliminated as C2H5OH and Na get attached. So this is the first step. Then in the next step, we have to treat with an alkyl halide X. So that discussion we will make here. H5C2O, C double bond O, CH Na, C double bond O, OC2H5. That is sodium salt. It is now allowed to react with methyl iodide or ethyl iodide, whatever the things we need, we have to take. So any of this and I of this will be eliminated as minus NaI, sodium iodide, and you will get C5, C2O, C double bond O, CH, C double bond O, OC2H5 and again CH3. Now this is allowed to react with sodium ethoxide. This is sodium ethoxide. So whereby this particular OC2H5 functional group replaces the hydrogen and there is the elimination of C2H5OH, right? And thereby C5H2O, C double bond O, C, this is CH3, okay. This is Na and C double bond O, OC2H5. Now it is allowed to react with either an acid chloride or chloroacetic acid. This is acetyl chloride. So when you do so, the Cl of this and Na of this will be eliminated as NaCl, and the rest is C2H5O, C double bond O, C, it is CH3, and here C double bond O, OC2H5, and the next is C double bond O, CH3. So this compound is subjected for hydrolysis. When you subject it for hydrolysis, the things are happening here. H is added to this carbon, OH is added to this carbon, H is added to this carbon, OH is added to this carbon. So here OC2H5 COH. So this is one molecule, this is another molecule, plus now what happens, CH3, and this will become CH2, and this will become C11O, and this is CH3, or C11O R. So this is ethyl, this one is methyl ketone. So ethyl methyl ketone, right? So this is one of the simplest method used for the conversion. So I repeat, in this simple conversion, what we need is, we need diethyl malonate. Diethyl malonate on treating with sodium ethoxide, followed by treating with methyl iodide, and again treating with sodium ethoxide, followed by reaction with acetyl chloride, gives a ester, diester with CH3CO, CH3. This is the ester molecule, this is the ester molecule containing CH3CO, and this is CH3. So this on hydrolysis, the two molecules of this COH containing OC2H5, that is the ethoxy acids are formed, ethoxy methoxy acid, and the remaining is, this is CH3, this will become CH2, then CO, CH3. So like this, one can synthesize the ketone by using malonic ester. So if we use here, instead of CH3 an aryl group, or here instead of this CH3 aryl or higher derivative of acetyl chlorides, then the different large number of ketones can be prepared by using this diethyl malonate, right? So this is the first synthetic application, that is the use of malonic ester in the synthesis of ketones. Now let us move to the another aspect, that is synthesis of carboxylic acids. So monocarboxylic acid contains RCOOH. So using a malonic ester, how we will going to convert this into an carboxylic acid. So the monocarboxylic acid generally we prepare is consisting with the same reaction that already we have dealt. So it is treated with OC2H5, sodium ethoxide, and followed by reaction with methyl iodide, right? So one of the H will be replaced by sodium, and that sodium is replaced by I, and whereby you will get this product C2H5O, C11O, then CH3, okay, and alkyl substituted diethyl malonate will going to form. Then what is allowed to react with aqueous KOH for basic hydrolysis. So when you carry out basic hydrolysis, so this particular functional group, that is K will be added to this, or else OH is added to this, K to this, OH is added to this, K to this, C2H5OH minus C2H5OH. Here also minus C2H5OH, two molecules will be eliminated, and the potassium will attach here. So you will have CH3, CH, COOK, COOK. Okay, so COOK, COOK. So dicarboxylic acid having potassium salt type of nature. Then now it is again subjected for hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means addition of water, and here this OH is added to this, H is added to this, OH is added to this, H to this. So thereby there is a formation of CH3, CH, COH, and again COH, a dicarboxylic acid. Okay, dicarboxylic acid, but we are aiming to manufacture or synthesis of monocarboxylic acid. Therefore, this compound now is subjected for heating, that is called decarboxylation. Okay, so when we subject it for decarboxylation, out of two COH group, one COH group will be eliminated as a CO2. Okay, minus CO2, and this will become CH3, CH2, COH. So this is your propionic acid. So starting with melonic ester, treating with sodium ethoxide, methyl iodide gives this product, and this on subsequent hydrolysis with aqueous KOH, they will produce dicarboxyl containing potassium salt. This on hydrolysis gives 2 propionic acid. Okay, 2 propionic acid. This 2 propionic acid consisting of 2 COH group on decarboxylation will eliminate the CO2 and it will become CH3, CH2, COH. So that is your monocarboxylic acid. So like this, variety of monocarboxylic acid can be prepared using this melonic ester. So students, in the examination you may expect either 3 to 4 marks question. How do you convert melonic ester into a carboxylic acid? 2 marks. And how do you convert melonic ester into ketones? 3 marks. So like this, there may be certain questions related to this. So now, friends, we move on to the synthesis of dicarboxylic acids. Synthesis of dicarboxylic acids using melonic ester, right? So dicarboxylic acids, already you know, this is CH2 N times, the other is COH and other is COH. The 2 COH group attached to the carbon chain are said to be dicarboxylic acids. Now here we have to take the sodium salt of melonate and treat with a dihalo compound. So I repeat your structure of the compound, that is H5 C2O C double bond O, okay, C double bond O, O C2 H5. Then one of the H is be replaced by group Na by treating with sodium ethoxide. Now is allowed to react with dibromo ethane. Okay. Similarly, we have take another molecule here, NaCH, C double bond O, OC2H5. C double bond O, OC2H5. Here, Na and Br will be eliminated from this molecule. Na and Br will be eliminated from this molecule. And your 2Na Br will be eliminated. Then now, diester and diester leading to the formation of a big molecule, that is tetraester. Now, the next point is subject this compound for hydrolysis. So, when you do so, hydrolysis, H to this, OH to this, H to this, OH to this, and again here H to this, OH to this, H, OH. So C2H5OH. So 4 molecules of C2H5OH will be eliminated, and thereby you will get CHCOOH. Okay, CH, CH2, CH2, CH, COH, COH. Okay. Now you can see a carbon chain containing COH, 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 COH. This is what we call the tetracarboxylic acid. But we don't want this one. We want the 2 COH group should be present at the extreme end. Therefore, when you subject it for heating, that is decarboxylation at about 200 degrees centigrade, then the CO2 of this will be eliminated, CO2 of this will be eliminated, right? That is 2 CO2, and what you get is H attacks here, CH2, 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 and this will become CH2. Okay, a long chain carbon of CH2, 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 COH. That is 1,4-butadienic acid. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. At one end position, dicarboxylic acid. This is 1,4-butane dioic acid. So this is the simplest way for the synthesis of a dicarboxylic acid using your Meronic ester. Okay. Then as for your syllabus, the last part of this topic, that is synthesis of heterocyclic compound using diethyl meronate. Okay, synthesis of last one. synthesis of heterocyclic compound using diethyl maronate. So what is your heterocyclic? That already you know. CH2, 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 and here is the X and CH2. Okay. So here X is, it may be nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, etc. A cyclic compound containing heteroatom other than carbon in the chain, and that other than carbon is, it may be nitrogen, oxygen, or sulfur. Okay. So now here I will take a specific example. Synthesis of barbutyric acid using your diethyl maronate. Okay, so example, synthesis of barbutyric acid. So here CH2, CO, OC2H5, C double bond O, OC2H5. So this is your Maronic ester. And when it is allowed to react with, this is the last reaction, already you know. The H of this and OC2H5. H of this, OC2H5. So that will be eliminated as C2H5OH, alcohol. And the remaining is CH2, C double bond O, NH, right? This is your barbutyric acid, a heterocyclic compound containing the nitrogen atom. So this is the conversion of Maronic ester into heterocyclic compound. So this again may be asked in the examination for 5 marks or 3 marks sometime, depending upon the question paper setup. So here the thing is how the Maronic ester is converted into heterocyclic compound. This is a barbutyric acid. Barbutyric acid is one of the important hypnotic substance that will produce soothing effect to the body. So it can be synthesized by using Maronic ester, just condensation between these two molecules, that is urea and your Maronic ester will lead the formation of barbutyric acid. So now with this I have completed the first topic of enolates. So I want to remind you what I have discussed. What are enolates? What are the structure for different examples with reference to active hydrogen atoms? Then I have discussed regarding keto-enol tautomerism, shift of proton within the molecule. Then later on we have discussed regarding why the acidic hydrogen is very weak with reference to the inductive effect caused by the 2 carbonyl groups here. So 2 carbonyl groups make the hydrogen present in this more weak, and that is the reason they can be very easily replaced or removed. Okay. Then we have discussed regarding the synthesis of EAA, ethyl acetate, by Claisen condensation method and its mechanism, and synthetic application for the synthesis of ketones, carboxylic acid, dicarboxylic acid, and heterocyclic. Similar to that, when we move on to the Maronic ester, the preparation of Maronic ester by 3 different methods, followed by the synthetic application like that of EAA, that is conversion of Maronic ester or diethyl maronate, this diethyl maronate molecule into carboxylic acid, dicarboxylic acids, ketones and heterocyclic. So with this, I have completed this topic. Now friends, I request you, if you are following our videos without any interruption, it is well and good. You can download and you can make the copy of this. Or else, I request all the students of BSc 5th Sem, you come at least 1 or 2 days in a week, not bulk, one by one, or a few of them, 2 or 3 maximum. Come and take the notes, whichever my staff member have done, and take the xerox of it and keep with you. So that makes you to understand the things with the xerox copy and as well as our, videos. So only I think videos cannot solve all the problem. When you come over here and discuss with certain problems or the notes which generally you have prepared for your syllabus, that will make you to learn or understand the subject more better. So with these few words, I would like to conclude today's video, and we will go for another topic next episode. Thank you.